The Mitchell MD200 is a metal machine that has no business being as good as it is at such a low price. But it has some odd quirks I think you should know about. Hey, it's Carl from artofshred.com, and I'm here with the ridiculously affordable Guitar Center Musician's Friend store brand, Mitchell MD200. I got this guitar brand new on sale for $99.99. It's often on sale for under $150. Riff City number 17 had this deal, so if you don't want to miss crazy deals like this, you want some Art of Shred updates, things like that, subscribe, it's free. I don't want to bury the lead here, so I'm just going to tell you, I like this guitar. Didn't have any issues out of the box. The neck is phenomenal and it sounds good. So what's wrong with it? How can it possibly cost under $150? We'll get to that in a moment because of course no cheap guitar is going to be perfect. First, let's talk about the general specs. It's got a 25.5-inch scale length, basswood body, maple neck, Indian laurel fretboard, 24 narrow tall medium jumbo frets, 2 humbuckers with a coil tap, 2 pneumatic bridge, string through body, 3-way pickup switch, 2 individual volume controls, 1 master tone control. It's made in China, of course, and weighs just 7 pounds. A lot to like there for just $100. Before we move on, I should point out, and I did point this out in the first impressions unboxing video I did, it does have a small nick in the neck back here. Barely noticeable, you don't feel it when you're playing, but I gotta call out whatever flaws there are, right? But there were 3 big-ish issues for me. First is that these humbuckers, they sound okay, but they're what I call scratchy. A little bit noisier than I prefer. And of course, high gain humbuckers, even though they buck the hum, they still can have some noise, but these are a little bit scratchier, noisier than most other guitars I've reviewed. The general tone isn't phenomenal, but it is respectable. But I can easily recommend the MD200 for beginners or if you're looking for a mod guitar because it's got good bones. Second thing I don't love is that this guitar produces a lot of overtones behind the bridge. If you're going to be playing live or recording, you're going to want to mute the strings at the headstock with like a fret wrap or foam, really anything, or as you saw in the intro, I used a bandana to mute the strings back here. This is pretty standard for when you're recording a guitar anyway. You want to mitigate any kind of noise, but this one's a little bit noisier than most others. The third thing, and this might be related to those overtones, is that the guitar string through holes are not aligned to the bridge and the body. There's kind of an abrupt sideways angle. That might just be the guitar I received because all the photos I've seen, everything looks straight, not misaligned. I don't know. If it seems like I'm nitpicking for such a cheap guitar, I wouldn't disagree with you. This guitar is good. A few other things I want to point out. Cheap tuners, they hold tune okay, but I do have to tune this guitar more often than a lot of others. The nut seems to be cut okay. There's no binding in the nut, so I don't think that's the issue. Comes with a truss rod, Allen wrench. If you need to adjust the neck, I didn't have to. It also comes with a cheap guitar cable. You're probably not going to want to use that anyway. The push-pull disengages the 3-way pickup switch. So it basically splits the coils and you have kind of a single coil-ish sound. If you know me, you know most coil taps, coil splits, they don't do it for me. For whatever reason, they're like this guitar for me, when you split it, it just sounds weak. It doesn't sound like a single coil to me. It does have a nice belly carve. And I do want to point out the output jack has a very odd angle. Let me take a straight plug. See, it goes up like that. I know why they do this. You can wrap it under your guitar strap and kind of keeps it from getting pulled out. But some people don't like that. Doesn't bother me. Oh, and it's the same output jack that's on the MS450, which is my favorite budget guitar. As for the setup, all I did was lower the string height to about 1.75 millimeters. It was a little high out of the box, and there's no string buzz. The frets were fine. I did polish the frets and oil the fretboard and set the intonation. Links to the products I use in the description. Link to an intonation video in the description as well. And with that, before we get to the sound demo, subscribe, like this video, hit the bell notification, and say hello in the comments. Let's hear it with both pickups. Already muddier, but hey, that's kind of normal. Just the bridge. Now let's coil tap it. Pick up that master tone and basically uses or splits each humbucker, and the three-way switch is disengaged now. So like no change in tone as I'm changing that. No change in tone. So do you even hear a difference? Not really. So we'll see with other kind of effect settings if it changes things, but basically what you hear kind of live is a slight, really just drop in output volume, and it doesn't have like a single coil sound to me. Let's use a let's use a kind of just a crunchy tone instead of a metal tone. That was with the coil split. Let's put it just to the bridge. Sounds just so much fuller with the full humbucker, and it does not give me like single coil vibes. That was the single coil. Bridge. That was both, and now the neck. Still the neck. The neck pickup sounds to me the worst. Airplane. let's see the coil tap with some clean tones. That's just the bridge pickup. Let's do the coil tap here, the split. Both pickups here. I'd say it has a really decent clean tone. That was both pickups. Here's the neck. Yeah, lots of decent tones, or lots of decent sounds come out of this guitar. I think it's pretty versatile, and I think you'll dig it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.